Hey YouTube, this is another Scandalous review by Scandalous Dee. Starts off where it left off. You remember last episode, Jake and Huck told Olivia that Fitz was the guy who shot down the plane her mother was on. This time we actually get to see a flashback, and it's a flashback of the last time Olivia saw her mother, and her mother was getting ready to go out of town, and she kind of just grabbed her and gave her a real big hug. Candy Alexander's playing Olivia's mother. Like I told you before, I really thought it should have been Felicia Rashad. But you know what? I really like Candy Alexander. She was on What's Love Got to Do with It. Also, CSI Miami, a couple other shows. But anyway, she's playing the mother. And they showed a flashback, and Olivia is just like distraught over what she found out about Fitz, and she just can't believe it. Meanwhile, she's at the office, and Jake and Huck are trying to keep everything on a hush-hush. The team, OPA, is outside wondering what the heck is going on. But, of course, she's not going to tell them. So, they're wondering, what is she going to do, Jake and Huck? She goes, I got to go to the president. I got to ask him. And so she goes to the White House, and as soon as she gets there, is Millie like, oh my God, welcome home, dear. And I'm just thinking, I can't with you. You call her a whore, mistress, and all of this, but you welcome her into your home like she's just one of your best friends. Well, anyway, she tells them to leave the room, and so she wants to talk to Fitz. She asks him where he was when Operation Remington was happening, and he's just like, you could come to me and ask me about anything, but when it comes to Operation Remington, I'm the commander-in-chief. I can't answer any questions. That doesn't exist, so every time you ask me, I'm going to say, I don't know what you're talking about. And she just storms off, and I was really surprised, but I guess for his own safety, he can't say anything. Uh, Another thing that happened was she has a phone conversation with her father, and she's just like, did you love my mother? Did you, really care about her? And he was just like, yes. And he just goes, ask me one question, and she goes, did you have anything to do with my mother getting killed? And then he was just like, no. And she asked him another question. He was just like, I said one question. And another thing, the end of the episode, the president goes to see Olivia, and she tells him, I need the truth from you. I need to know what happened between Operation Remington and what happened. He just goes, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. She goes, I was 12 years old. One of the passengers was my mother, and I really need some answers. And he just goes, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. And then she was just like, okay, fine. Me and you can't be together. You could tell that it was written all over his face, how in pain he was, how surprised he was that he was responsible for killing her mother, but he couldn't say anything. Cyrus is blackmailing Harrison, some information about somebody who wants to enter the country to go on the killing spree, and he wants Harrison to try to get Olivia to not represent Josie, the woman that's running for president, but he can't really do anything about it, and Cyrus just goes ahead and tells this guy, oh, give him the visa. And Harrison, he goes to Huck to try to stop it, and Huck is trying to help him, but I really want to see what's going to happen with that. We go to Quinn, who is trying to take, trying to shoot a gun at the gun range, and Charlie shows up, the assassin Charlie, and he, talks to her and gives her some pointers, helps her with her aim, and she starts doing well, and now she's thinking she wants to join B613. She goes to Hug, and she asked him, can people have a regular life, or are they just tormented their whole lives? Being real dark, being antisocial, just, in a corner. And she goes, no offense, Hug. And then Hug is just like, today is not a good time. She was just like, you could tell she wants to be in B613, but Quinn, I just don't know what to say about Quinn. I've always liked her character, but she's really weighing thin on my nerves this season. B613, you either end up dead or in the box. It's not the life for you, Quinn. But if you feeling so good about wanting to be an assassin and killing people, by all means go and be in B613. But anyway, they're setting up Sally, the vice president, because they know she's having some problem in her marriage, and they're setting up by having her and her husband and Millie and Fitz have dinner together, and her husband is real hoish. He's always looking, got a wandering eye, and so Millie, she wants to take advantage of that by flirting with him and by trying to get under Sally's skin, and we see how that goes, but Olivia's helping Josie, the woman who's running for president, and she's basically telling her that you need to really get aggressive. You in a man's league. You're a woman running for president. You gotta be a little bit more hard. You gotta be aggressive. You gotta be a shark. And she basically was just like, okay. And to really get the ball rolling, they have this ad showing the guy she's running against talking down about her, saying how she has weak hands and how they can't trust her to run the country. This fuels her, and she ends up going on this tirade in this interview. James is interviewing her, and she's basically just like, you sitting up here asking me these questions, you're a sexist, you are just like any other man. You don't want to see a woman succeed as president. You don't think we can do it, but I got news for you. I am, going to be the first woman president. I'm going to be greater than any man that was ever president. She basically just goes in. She goes, don't interrupt me. And he was just like, wow. She was like, don't interrupt me. You saying how no woman could be president. You saying that little girls growing up can't be anything but a wife or a mother. And everybody else is just like, oh my God, what's going on? Her sister slash daughters like, what's going on? But Olivia and her team are like, yeah, she's doing what we need her to do. And her daughter slash mother calls Abby out about looking at her hands and goes, you were the one who were in the ad, y'all faked that, and that wasn't really an ad. She was just like, well, we had to get her angry somehow. We had to do something. And then she just goes, is there anything you guys want to do? She was just like, no, it's not. So that's how that ends. What else someone talking about? Oh, Jake, he has a meeting with this chick who has a crush on him. He's trying to get some more information on Operation Remington, and she has some information, so he goes to meet her, and a guy who was following him ends up killing her. And he just goes, oh my God, what happened? What are you doing? He goes, look in her bag. He looks in her bag and finds out that she had a gun. And the guy who sent the guy to kill her was the president. And he, tells Jake, yeah, I sent him, and I wanted to save your life, but now that's it. That's it. I'm not saving your life anymore. You're on your own. And that was a scandal. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Rate, comment, and subscribe. And if I left anything out, leave that below. Please share this on Facebook and Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at O's Midnight Love, and that's OS_midnight_LUV. Follow me on Instagram at DrinkMeUp21. That's DrinkMeUp21. And I'll see you hopefully soon with my other review for Scandal. Scandal comes on tonight, so hopefully I'll be able to review it by the weekend. This reason why this one is so late is because I was really sick and I didn't get a chance, but hope you enjoyed it.